and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Israeli troops have reportedly pulled out of northern Gaza after days of fighting that killed more than 112 Palestinians in the deadliest military assault on Gaza in years. The assault drew worldwide protests for excessive use of force, but Israeli Prime Minister Mahmoud Omer has warned the withdrawal of troops does not mean Israel's military operation there is over. The clashes reached a peak on Saturday after Israel sent in a regiment of ground troops in an operation dubbed Hot Winter that killed 77 Palestinians in 2 days. According to Gaza Health Ministry statistics, 22 children were killed. More than 350 people were wounded. Since last week, 3 Israelis have died, 1 civilian and 2 soldiers. Amid the bloody assault, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas suspended peace negotiations and cut off all contacts with Israel. On Monday, Hamas claimed victory over Israeli forces and mounted a rally in Gaza City. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice is due to arrive in the region for talks tomorrow. Meanwhile, a senior Israeli official told Reuters, quote, "This very limited Gaza operation was intended to show Hamas what could happen, what you may call a prequel." He went on to say, quote, "If they continue to fire the rockets, then there will be more operations like this one or worse." We go now to Gaza to speak with Mohammed Omer, a Palestinian journalist living in the Gaza Strip. He writes for several publications, maintains a blog, rafatoday.org. We welcome you to Democracy Now!, Mohammed. Can you describe what is happening?
Thank you very much. I'm not sure if you can hear me right now. Actually, I'm in the middle of some funerals here in the northern part of the Gaza Strip. If you can hear me now, I'm not sure, actually.
We can hear you fine. Can you describe what has happened over the last few days?
Well, in the last 2 days, up till the moment, I'm in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, a Jabalia refugee camp where the Israeli F-16 is hovering at the moment. The Israelis were talking about the withdrawal from the northern part of the Gaza Strip, but the situation is quite difficult right now. The ambulances crews are trying to evacuate bodies of people, and they were able to find the body of one of the ambulance workers. His name is Mahmoud Zakut, and he was drove by an ambulance by the Israeli military forces, and it seems to be from the damage on his body that this ambulance, the Israeli bulldozers, they drove over his body, and this came just a few hours ago. His body arrived to the hospital, and they say that he has disappeared for nearly 3 days in the Gaza Strip, in specific in the north of the Gaza Strip.
You were describing over the weekend the smell of bodies and body parts. Where were you? What did you see?
Well, this was yesterday. I found arms and legs and fingers scattered in the streets everywhere. And this was the situation. Burned flesh in the streets with children and kids and women. And so far, 130 Palestinians were killed in the last few days. Out of 130, there are 39 children, 10 women, in addition to 370 children who were injured in the past few days, and there is 35% of those cases who were injured in the head and the upper side of the body. This which makes the whole situation at Kamal Adwan Hospital quite difficult for the ambulance crews to deal with such cases, especially those people who are arriving from the far north of the Gaza Strip, where ambulances could not reach because the Israeli bulldozers and F-16s were not able to evacuate the bodies. Right now, I can see also some ambulances. They're trying to get inside one of the areas, and they're trying to get some more bodies into the area by getting the arms and fingers and legs of people that they were not able to reach. And I'm close right now to the area where the ambulances crews are patrolling and trying to get the bodies of those people into the hospital. And I can say that they are collecting at the moment by collecting with some plastic bags some remains of human flesh, like arms and fingers and legs, and mostly children's and women's, and I can say that I cannot identify right now how many the numbers of the people who are affected by that or who were killed. Right now, I'm also close to one of the medical workers here, and they are trying hardly to get the bodies of the people who are inside the area of the northern part of the Gaza Strip. People here, they don't have food. They have difficulty in accessing food. They have difficulty in accessing different kinds of things. And probably you can hear the Israeli F-16 right now. It's hovering in the sky, and it has been bombing since the early morning. And that was the case since the last few days. There is shortages of fuel as well for the ambulances workers. And I've been talking to one of the medical workers here, and he confirmed to me that 70 kinds of medicines that they could not find in the Palestinian hospitals in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, and that makes the whole situation quite difficult for them. Let me say here that among the people who were targeted or injured, there were 3 journalists, and one of them was severely injured in the northern part of the Gaza Strip. We were shot at different places, in addition to 3 medical workers and rescue teams who were injured, beside Mahmoud Zakut, who's a medical worker who was driven by Israeli tank while he was inside the area of the northern part of the Gaza Strip, Jabal refugee camp, as he was trying to evacuate some bodies of the people and collect the flesh. There is nothing to collect here, but it's only human flesh of people and injured and killed people that makes the whole situation quite difficult for ambulances to collect them. And the most tragic that I have seen in this hospital is to see some of those medical workers when they are trying to collect, as I'm right now next to an ambulance, and they are trying to collect, I can see some arms and legs of scattered people, and you cannot tell what is the ages, but you can tell that these fingers could be fingers for children, and those fingers could be fingers for women or men, I'm not sure, but they are all human flesh coming out of the Gaza Strip due to the Israeli missiles. Israel has been using the heaviest missiles by F-16s. Some experts here estimate that there are 1 ton weight of Israeli missiles that Israel has been using, and that's the case as one of the medical sources here told me about the whole situation. And we have been told also that there is a bombing by F-16 in a close area nearby, and there are more ambulances coming with more casualties and with more people who are coming to the hospital. We are not sure who is the target, but I can tell you that most of the casualties were children and women, and among those 130 people, there are 39 children and 10 women, and in addition to that, there is 370 children who are also among the targets by the Israeli occupation forces.
Mohammed Omer, a quote from Reuters of an Israeli official calling this all a prequel, going on to say if they continue to fire the rockets, there will be more operations like this one or worse. And Deputy Defense Minister Matan Vilnai last week threatening a Holocaust in Gaza if rocket fire continues, saying the more Qassam fire intensifies and the rockets reach a longer range, the Palestinians will bring upon themselves a bigger Holocaust because we will use all our might to defend ourselves. Your response, Mohammed Omer.
Well, that's true. Still, in the same time, while the Israeli occupation forces are attacking in the northern part of the Gaza Strip and other parts of the Gaza Strip, launching rockets is continued by the Palestinian resistance. They are launching rockets towards Israel up till the moment as Israel is attacking. There is a news that Israel has lifted the Gaza Strip. It's true that some bulldozers backed out from some areas, but still the F-16 is occupying the skies of Gaza. And I can tell you that the launching of rockets is continuing. And when you talk to those resistant guys, they inform you and they tell you that this is simply because of them being attacked by the Israelis, and it's Israel who should stop in the first place, according to Hamas and other factions. But Israel has been attacking the civilians. The latest one was 7 months baby child who was killed. Beside there is also a 1 week child who was killed last night, beside many other ones who were killed. And if we want to make a comparison, 3 Israelis were killed in the last few days, and this was since 8 months that Israeli citizens are killed by home rockets from Gaza. While if we look at this last period, there is more than 130. So from 3 to 130. And look what the weapons that Israel is using. It is heavy weapons, and they are targeting also the civilians' houses. So I'm not sure if we can compare the primitive weapons